This is a very heavy conversation. It's a very heavy topic, and sometimes most women would rather not talk about, because there's a lot of, like we said earlier, on stigma and even some bit of like shame, because you're supposed to be happy, the baby is here, but then people don't understand why. Why are you sad? Why are you angry all the time? You know, as far as the baby is concerned. So, Dr. Judy, let me just start with you. Postpartum depression. Can we just get to understand what exactly it means, and of course the depth of the same?
Okay.
Yeah.
So postpartum depression is just by description depression that occurs right after delivery.
All right.
In the period we call puerperium, around the period after a woman delivers, so within about 6 weeks. So they present with the same classic symptoms of depression, where they have extreme slow mood. It is surprising because most of the time delivery comes with, it's supposed to, I use the word, supposed to come with joy, supposed to come with feeling blessed, supposed to come with, excitement.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for a woman who's going through a postpartum depressive phase, that's not the case. So they now start having feelings of extremes of sadness. They get withdrawn. They start questioning how they can look after the baby, feeling unmotivated. The baby never gives them joy anymore. They have irritability, things like that. Sleep may be disturbed. Yes, with a new baby, sleep is already iffy, but it's even more. Even when you're tired, you can't sleep. Sometimes, and why we usually have to flag it, at this time, some people will start getting feelings of hopelessness, feelings like things will never get better. What's the point of doing all of this? And suicidal thoughts can also start creeping in at this time. Yeah. And remember, we're not just looking at the woman only, we now have a baby as well.
Absolutely.
So when you're already in a state of depression, you're not able to look after yourself, then will you be able to look after the baby? You're already doubting your skills as a mother, so the confidence is already not there. When you start having thoughts of hopelessness and suicidal thoughts, you start thinking of exiting, and many times, unfortunately, they think of exiting with the baby.
With the baby, yeah.
So that's why it's one of those critical periods that we really have to monitor a woman, give them as much support as possible.
Yeah, I get that. And I can understand why sometimes the society expects us to be happy. The baby is here, right? But then again, the question of, isn't it sometimes normal to just feel a bit anxious in terms of how, and especially for the first time moms who are like, hey, Sarah, so the baby's here. How do I even hold this baby? Because they're very tiny, so the anxiety that comes with it, are you able to provide for the baby? Isn't it normal to somewhat feel these things? True.
Actually, a lot of women will come, there's anxiety and the excitement that comes in. Actually, for most women, maybe about 80% will get what we call postpartum blues. Yeah, this is not severe. This is apprehension, a little bit of sadness, feeling, sometimes inadequate when maybe the baby is not clutching very well. You may have that comes, but then it's a milder form, it dissipates. It goes away with time. It's not very severe. But when we talk now about depression, we're getting now, this is now affecting how you even conduct your day-to-day activities, your ability to even look after this newborn, that is now affected. So yes, you do get anxious. Many women will go through that. I think there are no super moms out there. But we actually do say about 80% or up to 80 to 90% will get a transient phase of postpartum blues, but that will not continue. The ones who get now what we call postpartum depression will be about 10% of them. Yeah, but this small number is actually very severely afflicted.